low. But the other thing that I'm running into, which I definitely want your opinion on, is I see a lot with like maybe 6 or 7 people that have over 1,000 reviews. So I've been finding it hard to restrict it to less than 5. So I don't know if at some point if I can tell you some of the categories and you can look them up. And I know you already did a tutorial on it, but I'd like more info on what your thoughts are.
Yeah, the first thought is you asked about the Jungle Scout opportunity score.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a guideline according to their algorithm based on supply and demand. So search volume, revenue, and competition. Like how many listings are there that are targeting that keyword that the algorithm.
So they are taking into account search volume in that score as well.
Search volume, yeah, sales revenue, and number of listings that are targeting that keyword. So that are basically on page 1 for that keyword that you just typed in. And the opportunity score will be for that specific keyword that you typed in.
Yeah.
The general guideline, ideally it's high, but you know, that's why we're doing our own number crunching to do our own supply and demand, quick analysis before we add it to our sheet. And at the end of the day, the more unique your product, the better it's going to be. That has way more weight over the Jungle Scout opportunity score. For example, it's way better to have a unique product on an opportunity score that would be like 5 than just a kind of a same-ish product opportunity score that's like 8. So that's my spiel on that.
Okay.
Your second question was about niches that have products that have over 4,000 reviews.
No, like maybe 4 or 5 products have more than 1,000 reviews.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Again, in the spreadsheet, it's just a guideline. It's not ideal if there's 3 or more listings with over 1,000 reviews, because those are like the big kahunas. They're like vacuums. They're just gonna suck up a lot of those visitors that come in there. They're 1,000 reviews. It must be good. I'll just go ahead and get one of those guys. So it's not ideal that there's 3 or more, but again, it's a guideline. This is an exercise. If you have a unique product and you're also right there beside those big whales, then most people scroll all the way down, you know, check everything out. If they notice you and you're different, oh, this one has this one feature that's useful. I was actually looking for that one thing. Boom, let's get that. Let's get you. So that's my spiel on that.
Yeah, the only time I would recommend going into such a category is if you have an existing big audience that you can monetize. But if you don't have that audience, then it's going to be very hard for you to get to compete against these people.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
No problem.
Welcome.
Okay to get outside of that box.
If it's over 18 inches in any dimension, then it's about a $2 extra fee per unit. That puts it into the oversize kind of category. So
I guess just run the number. If the $2 is worth it, then yeah, I guess you don't really have an option.
Yeah, totally. Like big stuff is totally cool. You know, if margins are good and the product is unique and new and uptrending, then bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, if it's around that size, then like try to figure out any way possible to package it under that 18 inches. And that's how it's packaged in the Amazon's warehouse. So if it's around that size, figure out how to get it down. But yeah, if it's bigger, obviously something you can charge more. If the margins are there, then you can obviously make up for it. So it's not a
make or break.
Yeah, not a make or break. It's just something to keep in mind.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Second one, I forget. I
Rebate and rebatekey.com. Yeah.
Yeah, Rebate Key. Can I assume that they have already done a lot of research on the things that are already listed on there? Or is that not true?
What do you mean?
Like if you go on to, not Rebate, Rebate didn't really have a lot of stuff, but Rebate Key or whatever that site was, it had lots of things. So can I assume the people who advertise on there to get reviews have already done their research to basically that they already found a good niche that
Yeah,
is.
on those sites, it's mostly private labelers like us.
Mhm.
So hopefully they've done some good market research, but yeah, those are typically private labelers looking to, smaller guys looking to get some quick reviews and boost their ranking real quick.
Okay. And did you say that was is that legal or it?
Yep,
Is
totally legal. Yep.
okay.
Push-ups and 15,000 sit-ups.
That's pretty serious.
That sounds like Iron Man.
Listen, man, my birthday is in October, and by my birthday, I want to be in the best shape of my life.
There you go. There you
Okay.
go. I love it.
Yeah, baby. Let's get
And
it.
it's gonna be a big one because I'm gonna hitting the big 4.0 in October. So I want to be in the best shape of my life. I used to be very fit, but then I got lazy. And the last thing I want is to be a fat slob when I'm in my 40s. I want to be the best looking 40-year-old guy ever, you know?
Okay, let's get it.
Fuck yeah, brother.
So Bailey, since you're a fitness guy, do you think that doing like these kind of crazy numbers, is it safe, or should I take a day of rest each day? I mean, once a week, or?
It's absolutely safe.
Okay.
I do after my runs, I do 300 squats. So
Let's go.
I've lost weight just hearing you guys talk. In fact, I'm standing up. I decided to stand up at my desk instead of sitting down after hearing you guys saying you did 300 push-ups in the morning.
you should look in a stand-up desk then. That'd be a good product.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't be sitting down when people are talking about running 4-minute miles and doing 6,000 push-ups.
When I started 2 months ago, I could barely do 10 push-ups. I'm not kidding. It's just,
Wow.
How long ago?
5 or 10. I started in mid-May.
Okay.
And then I did like 3 sets of 10. Then I would increase it by increments of 5. Now I'm getting to 3 sets of 35. My goal is by the end of the month to get to 3 times 50 in the morning and the same in the afternoon and the evening. So, yeah. So don't. I mean, you can start small. Even if you do 5, that's fine. And then each week add another 5.
You just add one a day.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. Exactly.
Nice, man. Good to hear. Yeah. By the time you get around to Bali,
Oh yeah. On
be
the beach.
in shape, feeling good.
Oh yeah.
No.
Hey Riley, when are you traveling again?
Shit. Well, supposedly Bali's opening up to international tourism on September 11th. So if that actually goes through, then we will be booking a ticket shortly after that.
Nice.
Any one of you guys up to come to Bali and get a villa together, because we can get crazy villas, like 2-3 bedroom villas with private swimming pool for about $1,000 a month.
I'm definitely.
I'm going. So if any one of you want to come, let's get a villa together. We'll be together and just launching products and building our empires.
Yep.
I'm not joking.
Definitely.
Dom, you're invited. Booch, you're invited. Didi, you're invited.
Oh yeah.
We can squat up, do some tropical paradise. Connect to that Wi-Fi, sip some coffee, run some 4-minute miles.
I like it.
Yeah. Surf. Booch, have you do you surf?
Man, I just can't. I'm not into it. I'm a snowboarder, I'm not a surfer.
Yeah. Can't say
I was
it.
a kid growing up in France. I did windsurfing. That thing is really hardcore. Windsurfing is very hard. Just it took me almost a week just trying to be able to stand on the surf. Just a week. But once you're on it, man, you feel like literally you're flying, man. Especially when the wind takes you, man. Oh, it's the most amazing feeling ever.
You should try kiteboarding.
Oh yeah, kiteboarding is next.
Yeah,
kiteboarding is pretty serious.
That's why I'm trying first to get in shape. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
kite surfing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. You get fucking fly up in there. Oh fuck!
Get a parachute.
Yeah, I never tried that. Yeah, Bali is a good place for surfing. Good place for. Are
there any sharks there? Riley, are there any sharks there?
I don't know. Fucking probably. Sharks are in the ocean. I haven't heard of any bites, but yeah, same ocean, right? It's all connected.
Hey guys, before we finish,
Evan.
I just want to share something amazing with you guys. As I said, I go on 2-hour biking in the morning, and I love loading up my phone with podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts is by a guy named Ed Milet. Have you guys heard of Ed Milet?
Yes, yeah.
I love this guy. So, anyways, yesterday I was listening to one of his video with a guy. He has the most amazing story. Blake Mykovsky. Have you guys heard of him?
No.
Have you guys heard of Tom's shoes?
Mm.
So anyway,
yeah, Tom's shoes.
so basically the story is this guy just with a friend back in the mid 2000s. He went to Argentina. He had a ball, and what he did, it was just hand making shoes. And for every pair of shoes that he was selling, he was giving one pair for free to underprivileged kids in Argentina. So he did that just for fun, just as a project. And then that took off. Within the first month, he had this product in a store in LA. And he was selling maybe 2 or 3 a day if he was lucky. Then one day, a woman bought one of his shoes, and that woman happened to be the editor from the LA Times. So she wrote a piece on the shoes. And after the piece went live, that bumped his sales to 2,200 on a single day. And after that, long story short, the story got picked up by the editor from Vogue magazine, and that took his product all across the major retailers across the world. So long story short, in 6 years, he went from not making any sales to $500 million in sales. And the most incredible story was that he was able to give away 88 million pairs of shoes to kids around the world. So the story of this is, if you want to make your product make a competition completely irrelevant, is to find link your business to a cause. Give something that you can feel good. For example, whatever you're selling, you can for example, for every product that I sell, we will, for example, plant a tree. Or we will, for example, if you're selling, I don't know, whatever you're selling, for example, school supplies, we will get one set of supplies for a kid in a third world country to be able to go to school, something like that. People will love that, and that will completely separate you from anyone else. No one can even touch you. And not only that, but also once pretty fast, you can expect to get tremendous PR and the story to get picked up by some major outlets, and that's going to really take your product, your story to the moon. Not only it's a good, because it's not all about, just, at least for me, it's not just about making money, but it's making money with an impact. You want to make a good impact, because not only that, because when you do that, people will love buying from you. A lot of people want to contribute, but they either don't have the time or the money or the drive to do that, but they will love to get involved with a brand that actually does something good for the community and for the world. So try to see if you can implement that in your products in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be, for example, giving a product away. You can, for example, say, and I talked with Riley, one of the first thing I talked with Riley is maybe giving a percentage of the sales to a charity. That's something we're doing. As well as, for example, one of the easiest thing you can do is, for every product we sell, we will be planting a tree. Something like that, as simple as that. By adding that, that's going to completely destroy any competition, because 100% of the competition is not doing that. 0% is doing that. So try to implement that. I will actually link you guys to the full podcast on, or if you go on YouTube, just search for Ed Milet, his last video from yesterday with Blake Mykovsky. It's about an hour, but the part where he talks about this is the first 20 minutes. Watch that. It's going to make you, at least for me, it gave me goosebumps. I had to stop while I was biking and taking notes on my phone. I have almost like a whole page of notes, and I will actually write a piece on that and share it in the Facebook group tomorrow. But guys, if you do that, competition will become completely irrelevant, because nobody's doing that. And that applies to everyone, even to you, Riley. Try to link your business, your product, to a cause. And even me, Riley, are you recording now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will tell you the product I have in mind, but I don't want to say it publicly yet. So if you stop it, I will tell you my product.
Okay, one sec.
This is my biggest step I can give you. If you want to succeed, not succeed, but crush it, completely kill it, corner the market, do that.
Fuck
You want to
yeah.
make some money? Yeah, try to improve a product by 10%. But if you want to become the leader, the king of your market, if you want to build not just a 6-figure, but not even $1 million business, but just like Blake. Blake had like a 9-figure exit. His company was bought for $350 million after 6 years. And what the guy did, the next day he gave away half of it, and he put the other half in a fund to help social and ethical entrepreneurs that have similar ideas to his, to help them get going. So it's all about, it's not just about money, but also making money with a purpose.
Yeah.
Because this is what really fulfills you. And honestly, when you put capitalism towards that, it's the most beautiful thing ever.
Mm. At the end of the day, we all just want to make the world a better place,
Exactly.
increase the net happiness of the world. And that is a huge hack that I'm going to implement ASAP. And we're going to recommend to all students, and to the 10 people listening this far in this episode, you just got a huge hack. I'm thinking in one of the bullet points in your Amazon listing, every sale plants a tree. We are a social enterprise. We do tree, boom, sale. Also, one of the gallery images, a little graphic about that. Every sale plants a tree. It's like a picture of your product, and then like $1, and then like a tree growing up, and then like smiling, happy face, and then boom.
Or for example, Riley, you had an amazing idea when we said you want to give a part of the proceeds from the sales of the course to kids in Thailand to get access to technology. So for example, when next time you go to Thailand, take a portion, for example, whatever, $500, $1,000, actually go there, buy some whatever they need, the supplies, whatever, computers, take pictures, take videos, and market the crap out of that. This is how you're going to really, really not only destroy, but murder your competition.
Yeah, I'm about to go outside and get a shovel like next to a tree and be like, hold my stick all up and be like, I planted this tree. You get like a small tree and be like digging a hole. But that's a good idea though. Like, fuck, and I'm sure there's a website you can sign up and just like pay $50 and then boom, they plant 50 trees.
Yeah, this is one topic I'm really passionate about, because I always, since I was a kid, I wanted to help people, give to people that in need. When I talk about it, I get really passionate. I'm speaking straight from the heart, and I hope you guys can feel that and also try to implement that as well.
Yeah,
because
man.
at the end of the day, it's not just about making money. I mean, we're not broke. We okay, but if you really want to make something that's fulfilling you, that really takes you to the next level personally, it's not about the number of numbers you have or commas you have on your bank account, but it's about the meaning, the impact you leave on this world. That's
right. Your new name is Passionate Payment.
I'm the passionate guy. Absolutely. Actually, speaking of passion, there's another podcast that's absolutely amazing that I highly recommend for you guys. It's called The Passionate Few by Omar Bellatar. Have you guys heard of him?
Yeah, he's amazing. I actually really like him because
this guy brings ballers like billionaires and Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Grant Cardone, all the big ballers. He brings them on. And the guy is just like a young guy.
He's actually one of the best interviewers, I think, because he's not like, he gets to like the meat of the stuff instead of being really superficial.
He asks the best question, the deep
questions. He
asks
the best questions, yeah. I really like that guy.
So these two podcasts, Ed Milet and The Passionate Few, the best podcast there is.
Fuck yeah. And also FBA Lifestyle Podcast.
Oh, that's without go saying, of course. That's
number 3 in the world.
That's a Mac Daddy of lifestyle podcast.
Check the rankings. We're going up there. We're blowing up. Okay, it's about an hour. Let's wrap it up. You guys already know the milestone for next week. Let's get everyone that 50 products, and then after next week, everyone starts narrowing it down to their top 10, and then start chopping off ideas down to that top 10, chop, and then next week we have our top 10, and then we dive really deep, go like to page 50 on all the shit, go Googling all your shit, and narrow down that top 10 and come up with that idea. So we're trucking it. This week 2 is done now. So moving into week 3, we're in the trenches of digging for treasure. Still digging. So this is the frustrating, boring part of just combing through pages and pages and pages. So it's almost over. Let's get through it. And we're smelling the treasure. It's getting closer.
And watch that podcast, guys. I will post it in the group. Watch that, especially the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You're gonna be blown away.
Fuck yeah! All
Sounds
right.
good.
Gooch, you feeling good?
Yes, sir.
Tom, you feeling good?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Didi, feeling good about everything?
Yep.
All right, sweet. Well, yeah, as always, keep your questions, post them in the group chat, and keep up the good work, guys. Sounds like everyone's chugging along. You're getting it.
Sweet.
Sweet. All right, have a good weekend and week, guys. Keep hustling.
All right, thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Ciao.
I don't. I do.